Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-NextGen, military scouts Electra ultra-short flight demos. Thermal drones locate missing 10-year-old. And SpaceX grounds Falcon fleet after Crew 9 launch. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-NextGen program, a weekly news program covering the next generation of flight, from electric power to vertical lift, uncrewed vehicles, and everything in between. Let's get into today's stories. Military scouts Electra ultra-short flight demos. Electra recently showed off its ultra-short demonstrator in front of prospective U.S. military buyers. The flights focused on the aircraft's dual-use potential for logistics operations in challenging environments, particularly where traditional airstrips may be unavailable or compromised. The demonstrations were held at Marine Corps Air Facility Quantico and Felker Army Airfield at Joint Base Langley Eustis in Virginia, utilizing the field's grass strips. The ultra-short prototype is a piloted, blown-lift, hybrid-electric short takeoff and landing aircraft. It requires 1/3 of the fuel used by helicopters on similar missions, allowing for deployment in remote areas with minimal infrastructure. One of its main features is its ability to operate from small and minimally prepared areas. This capability was illustrated during the flight demos, which included takeoffs and landings from grass fields. Electra Chief Test Pilot Cody Alley also performed 150-foot radius turns to demonstrate the aircraft's low altitude and low-speed maneuverability. Another notable aspect of the demonstrations was the aircraft's mobile power generation. During pre-flight, equipment and sound systems were powered directly by the ultra-short, which offers 600 kilowatts of continuous power and more than 1 megawatt for shorter periods. This capability makes it valuable for various military missions, including tactical insertions and medical evacuations. After the break, Nebula 1 nearly executes successful test.
The legendary BD4C program is building an exciting future for those who want a rugged four-seat family flyer with a proven history. The SureWings program produces a complete kit and builder assist program that gives you everything you need to be flying a BD4CS in record time. For conventional kit builders, BD Aviation has parts, partial kits, and full kits for the 190-mile-per-hour BD4C that has logged thousands of hours. Visit SureWings.com and BDAviation.com for more details.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support, as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Welcome back. Now for some shorter stories in our Next Gen Minute. Nebula 1 nearly executes successful test. Deep Blue Aerospace's Nebula 1 rocket executed its first high-altitude vertical recovery flight test on September 22nd. It successfully completed 10 out of 11 objectives, experiencing a damaging anomaly during the final landing stage. The test began at the Chinese commercial rocket firm's Ejian Banner spaceport. The Nebula 1 launched with 3 out of 9 engines ignited, then shut down 2 more to rely on the thrust of a single engine. During the final landing phase, however, an unusual shutdown led to the rocket dropping from a much higher altitude than anticipated. Senators launch new Sustainable Aviation Caucus. In a significant step towards environmental improvement, U.S. Senator Jerry Moran, Republican of Kansas, Tammy Duckworth, Democrat of Illinois, John Boozman, Republican of Arkansas, and Amy Klobuchar, Democrat of Minnesota, have launched the Senate Sustainable Aviation Caucus. This works to develop sustainable aviation fuels and lower industry emissions. This mirrors an effort in the House of Representatives by Reps Sharice Davids, Democrat of Kansas, and Dusty Johnson, Republican of Alabama. The Congressional Caucus hosts forums and brings together partners to address federal policy and integrate sustainable technology developments. FlightBase partners with gNext for drone inspections. FlightBase, a drone autonomy software provider, announced a strategic partnership with AI-driven photogrammetry platform gNext on September 30th. This aims to permit seamless AI-assisted drone data collection and transfers to gNext platform, limiting the need for human input. The new FlytBase-gNext Flink integration allows operators to perform remote inspection missions. Data collected on FlightBase can be uploaded to the gNext cloud, where users can select from 40 asset presets. They can then identify and measure defects in structures with the AI-generated Inspect Assist tool. ForeFlight updates wind layers in civil twilight. ForeFlight has once again updated its FPL drawer, with some modest enhancements for subscribers, but as per usual, some of them will be tied to the firm's pricier subscription tiers. Most notable is the addition of a nifty strip of data while quickly keying in waypoints to the standard flight planning window, telling pilots the essentials about their route like distance, ETE, ETA, fuel burn, winds, and corridor width. For those who find it a little obtrusive, the window can be compacted to gain additional room for the map underneath. The flight information strip is also available in the Navlog profile view. That was our Next Gen Minute. Now back to the rest of the news. Thermal drone locates missing 10-year-old. Webster Parish Sheriff's Office reported a 10-year-old girl, Peyton Saintignan, missing late on September 22nd. After a several-hour search including hundreds of volunteers and law enforcement agencies, a thermal sensing-equipped drone was able to save the day. The Sheriff's Office reported that Saintignan hadn't been seen since around bedtime on September 21st at her Debberly, Louisiana home. Local volunteers from Webster Parish Sheriff's Office, Minden Police Department, Minden Fire Department, Homeland Security, DeSoto Parish Sheriff's Office, Bienville Parish Sheriff's Office, David Wade Correction Chase Team, and LA Wildlife and Fisheries jumped in to assist the search. With the helicopters unable to locate Saintignan, county officials sent drone and dog teams. Among these was Magnolia-based Drone Management Services, who contacted Sheriff Parker after hearing about the search from a family member. Drone operator Josh Klober, along with Matt Ramos and Micah Carter, brought the UAS equipped with thermal sensing. At around 11 p.m., Klober was able to find the girl curled up and asleep in the dense forest. After relaying her position to the search party, volunteers made their way out to locate Saintignan. Drone footage shows volunteers approaching, waking her up, and bringing her to safety. After these messages, SpaceX grounds Falcon fleet after Crew 9 launch.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Looking for a new generation of proven and efficient aviation power plants that boast modern engineering, electronic ignition, and both direct and gear drive systems? With 100 horsepower to 240 horsepower, the Skyline and Redline engines offer uncommon value in an overpriced industry. Whether you are looking for fixed wing or rotor, MW Fly Americas has been established to service the American market with dedication and expertise. MWFlyAmericas.com.
Welcome back. SpaceX grounds Falcon fleet after Crew 9 launch. SpaceX has been forced to ground its Falcon rocket fleet for the third time in as many months after experiencing a second-stage firing issue. The company will need to quickly resolve this problem in preparation for 2 exploration missions slated to launch in early October. SpaceX commented that the discrepancy occurred just 30 minutes after releasing NASA's Crew 9 mission into orbit. The Falcon 9 second stage performed a failed firing of its Merlin vacuum engine, a process designed to drive the stage back into the atmosphere for a destructive breakup, ensuring debris falls into a previously designated space. SpaceX shared on social media, quote, Falcon 9 second stage was disposed in the ocean as planned, but experienced an off-nominal deorbit burn. As a result, the second stage safely landed in the ocean, but outside of the targeted area, end quote. This incident will likely spark yet another FAA investigation. SpaceX is currently disputing a civil penalty and mission delay issued after alleged launch violations and penalty breaches. In the meantime, an upcoming 20-satellite launch at Vandenberg Space Force Base and a Starlink delivery mission have been put on hold. SpaceX continued, quote, we will resume launching after we better understand the root cause of the failure, end quote. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.